I found the envelope on our kitchen counter at 6:47 p.m. on a Thursday. Inside were temporary custody papers for our 2 daughters, signed by a judge that morning. Attached was a yellow sticky note in my wife's handwriting. "The girls are with me. Don't make this harder than it has to be. My lawyer will contact you." My name is Owen Bennett. I'm 38 years old, and until that moment, I thought I knew my wife of 11 years. I was wrong. I stood there in our Riverside, California kitchen, still wearing my work uniform from the warehouse where I managed inventory for a medical supply company. My salary was $71,000 a year. Nothing fancy, but it paid our mortgage and kept our 2 girls, Lily and Sophie, in gymnastics classes and art camp every summer. My wife Vanessa worked part-time as a dental hygienist, pulling in about $32,000 annually. We weren't rich, but we were stable. Or so I believed. I picked up my phone and called Vanessa's number. Straight to voicemail. I tried again. Same thing. I texted her, "Where are the girls? We need to talk." No response. I walked down the hallway to the girls' bedroom. Empty. Their beds were made. Lily's stuffed elephant that she'd slept with since she was 2 years old was gone. So was Sophie's astronomy poster. The closet doors stood open, revealing gaps where their favorite clothes used to hang. My hands started shaking, but my mind stayed clear. 11 years working in logistics had taught me something valuable. When a crisis hits, you don't react emotionally. You gather information first. I sat down at our desktop computer in the spare bedroom and opened our shared calendar. Vanessa had deleted everything. Doctor appointments, gymnastics schedules, her work shifts, all gone. I checked our joint bank account next. She'd withdrawn $4,200 2 days earlier, leaving exactly $186.34. Then I noticed something she probably thought I'd miss. Our credit card statement showed a charge from 3 weeks ago, $450 to Gerald Hoffman, attorney at law in Temecula. She'd been planning this for at least 3 weeks. If you enjoy stories of cold-blooded revenge and gripping plot twists, like this video and subscribe to the channel now. There are brand new unreleased stories here every day, each one more intense than the last. I should probably explain how we got here. Vanessa Crawford and I met in 2013 at a community college basketball game in San Bernardino. I was working on my associate degree in business management while working full-time at a sporting goods store. She was finishing her dental hygiene certification. We married in May 2014 at a small ceremony in Riverside. Her parents, Frank and Judith Crawford, were there, though her mother made it clear she thought Vanessa could do better than a warehouse worker. Her father was kinder, but distant. Lily was born in October 2015, and Sophie came along in March 2018. Those were good years. Vanessa stayed home with the girls until Sophie turned 2, then went back to work part-time at a dental office in Corona. We had our struggles like any couple. Money was tight. We argued about her parents' constant criticism, normal stuff. But something shifted about 8 months ago, right around July 2024. Vanessa started working longer hours at the dental office. She said they were short-staffed and needed her for extra shifts. She joined a gym and started going 5 days a week, sometimes right after work, getting home at 8 or 9 p.m. The girls would already be asleep, watched by our neighbor's teenage daughter, Becca, who I'd been paying $15 an hour. Vanessa bought new clothes, started wearing makeup to work when she never had before, changed her phone password and took calls in the garage or bathroom. I'm not stupid. I knew the signs. But every time I brought it up, she had an explanation ready. The dentist is expanding the practice, Owen. We're bringing in new patients. I'm just trying to get healthy. Is that a crime? My phone password? I changed it because Lily keeps getting into my apps and buying game coins. I wanted to believe her. So I did what I always do. I started documenting quietly. I created a private cloud folder and began saving things. Screenshots of our bank statements every week. Photos of charges on our credit card. Dates and times when Vanessa came home late, who was watching the girls, what excuses she gave. I also installed a GPS tracker on our minivan. Not proud of it, but I needed to know if my gut was right. It was. The GPS showed regular trips to the same address in Riverside, a townhouse on Magnolia Avenue. She'd go there twice a week, always between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Always on days she said she was working late. I drove past the address one evening. Nice place. 2-story townhouse in a gated community. A black Dodge Charger sat in the driveway. I ran the license plate through a buddy who works in DMV records. The car belonged to Dr. Andre Whitmore, age 43, dentist. Owner of the practice where Vanessa worked. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I kept documenting. I photographed the van parked outside his townhouse on 4 different occasions over 6 weeks. I saved every text message where she said she was working late, cross-referenced with the GPS data showing her at his address. I also did something else. Something Vanessa didn't know about. 2 years earlier, in October 2022, my mother passed away from breast cancer. She left me her house in Moreno Valley, a small 3-bedroom property worth about $340,000. The title was in my name only. I'd been renting it out to a retired couple for $1,850 a month. Vanessa knew about the house, but she didn't know I'd refinanced it in January 2024, pulling out $95,000 in equity. I'd used $20,000 to pay off her student loans from dental hygiene school, a surprise I'd planned to tell her about on our anniversary. The other $75,000 sat in a separate bank account at a different bank. An account with only my name on it. An emergency fund that Vanessa didn't know existed. I also consulted a lawyer back in September, a month before Vanessa filed her custody papers. His name was Victor Ruiz, and he specialized in family law. His office was in Riverside, and his consultation fee was $300. Mr. Bennett, Victor had said during our meeting, California is a no-fault divorce state. An affair won't necessarily impact asset division. But custody? That's different. Judges care about stability, fitness as a parent, who's been the primary caregiver. I work full-time, I'd said. She works part-time. She's been with the girls more. That's true. But if you can prove she's been neglecting the children due to the affair, or if she's been unstable or deceptive, that changes things. Document everything. Times she's late picking them up. Times she's unavailable. Any evidence of poor judgment. I'd left his office with a plan. Keep documenting. Don't confront. Wait for her to make a move. And now she had. I sat at the computer that Thursday night, staring at the custody papers. They were temporary, filed ex parte, meaning the judge had granted them based only on Vanessa's testimony, without hearing my side. According to the documents, Vanessa had told the court I was emotionally volatile and potentially dangerous to the children's well-being. She'd requested, and received, temporary full custody with supervised visitation for me, pending a full hearing in 3 weeks. It was a lie. Complete fabrication. But she'd gotten a judge to believe it. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. Mr. Bennett, this is Gerald Hoffman, Mrs. Bennett's attorney. Please do not attempt to contact your wife or children directly. All communication should go through me. We'll be in touch about supervised visitation arrangements. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I opened my private cloud folder and reviewed everything I'd collected over the past 8 months. GPS data showing 23 separate trips to Drive Whitmore's townhouse. Photos of the van parked outside his residence. Bank statements showing Vanessa's withdrawal of $4,200. Credit card charges to a lawyer 3 weeks before she filed. Screenshots of her work schedule showing she was only scheduled 15 hours a week, yet claimed to be working 30. Text messages where she told me she was at work, timestamped and cross-referenced with GPS data proving she was at Whitmore's townhouse. And one more thing. Something I'd discovered just last week. I'd been going through our home office, looking for our daughter's immunization records for school, when I found a folder hidden in Vanessa's desk drawer. Inside were printouts, bank statements from an account I'd never seen before. It was at Pacific Coast Credit Union, opened in Vanessa's name only in August 2024. The balance was $47,600. Deposits came regularly. $3,000 here. $5,000 there. All marked as transfers from A. Whitmore. He'd been giving her money. Lots of it. I'd photographed every page and put the folder back exactly where I'd found it. Now, sitting in my kitchen with those custody papers, I finally understood the full picture. Vanessa wasn't just having an affair. She was planning to leave me, take the girls, and run off with a man who had money. Dr. Whitmore was financing her escape. The custody papers were step 1, get full control of the children. Step 2 would be filing for divorce and going after our house, our savings, everything. She thought I'd panic. Thought I'd be so desperate to see my girls that I'd agree to whatever terms she demanded. She was wrong. I picked up my phone and called Victor Ruiz. He answered on the second ring. "Victor, it's Owen Bennett. She filed for emergency custody today. I need you to fight this. Send me the paperwork," he said. "I'll review it tonight and we'll file a response tomorrow. Do you have the evidence we discussed?" "All of it. Plus some new information she doesn't know I have." "Good. Don't contact her. Don't contact the girls. I know that's hard, but any violation of that custody order will hurt us in court. Let me handle this." I hung up and sat in the silence of my empty house. Then I did something that surprised even me. I didn't get angry. I didn't break down. I went to the garage, pulled out a notebook, and started making a timeline. Every date, every lie, every piece of evidence. Cross-referenced and organized. I worked until 2 a.m., building a case so airtight that Vanessa and her expensive lawyer wouldn't know what hit them. The next morning, Friday, I called my boss at the warehouse and explained I needed a few personal days. He was understanding. I'd been a reliable employee for 6 years, never caused problems. Then I drove to Victor's office and spent 4 hours going through everything. He reviewed the GPS data, the photographs, the bank statements showing Vanessa's secret account, the evidence of Dr. Whitmore's payments to her. "This is good," Victor said. "Really good. She's been receiving undisclosed income, which affects support calculations. She's been deceptive about her relationship, which speaks to character. And the GPS data showing her at his residence when she claimed to be working? That's neglect of parental duties." "What about the custody order?" I asked. "We'll file an emergency motion to modify. I'll argue that she obtained it through false statements to the court. Judges don't like being lied to. We have our hearing set for 3 weeks from now, but I'm going to push for an expedited review." "How much is this going to cost?" Victor leaned back in his chair. "For a contested custody case like this, my retainer is $12,000. Total costs could run $25,000 to $40,000 depending on how hard they fight." I pulled out my checkbook, the one connected to my private account that Vanessa didn't know about. "Here's $15,000 to start. Let me know when you need more." Victor raised an eyebrow but took the check. "Most guys in your position don't have this kind of cash available. My mom left me a rental property. I planned ahead." Over the next week, things moved fast. Victor filed our response to the custody order on Monday, along with an emergency motion for modification. We included sworn declarations, copies of the GPS data, bank records, and photographs. We demanded an immediate hearing. On Tuesday, I got a furious call from Gerald Hoffman, Vanessa's attorney. "Mr. Bennett, the allegations in your filing are inflammatory and inappropriate. Mrs. Bennett's personal relationships are none of your concern." "Her lying to a judge is very much my concern," I replied calmly. "She told the court I was dangerous. That's defamation. And she's been receiving unreported income from her boyfriend while claiming she needs full custody and support. That's fraud." Hoffman sputtered. "We'll see you in court." Looking forward to it. Wednesday morning, Victor called with an update. The judge reviewed our motion. She's granted an expedited hearing for next Monday. And she's modified the custody order temporarily. You get phone calls with the girls every evening at 7 p.m. Unsupervised visitation this weekend for 4 hours on Saturday. I felt something loosen in my chest. I can see them. You can see them. Vanessa has to have them ready for pickup at noon on Saturday. Don't be late. Saturday came. I arrived at the address listed on the custody papers, Dr. Whitmore's townhouse on Magnolia Avenue, at 11:55 a.m. Vanessa answered the door. She looked tired, worried. Owen. I'm here for the girls, I said evenly. She stepped aside. Lily and Sophie ran to me, screaming "Daddy," and wrapping their arms around my legs. I knelt down and hugged them both. Lily was crying. Mommy said you were sick and couldn't see us. I'm fine, sweetheart. I missed you so much. Vanessa crossed her arms. They need to be back by 4 p.m. I'll have them back at 3:55. I loaded the girls into my car. I'd cleaned it that morning, made sure their car seats were properly installed, and drove to their favorite place, the Riverside Aquatic Center. We spent 4 hours swimming, eating pizza, laughing. Sophie asked why I didn't live at home anymore. Lily wanted to know if Mommy and I were getting divorced. I kept my answers simple and honest without bad-mouthing Vanessa. Mommy and I are having some grown-up problems. But no matter what happens, we both love you very much. That will never change. At 3:55 p.m., I pulled up to the townhouse. Vanessa was waiting on the porch. The girls hugged me goodbye, and I promised I'd see them again soon. As I drove away, I looked in the rearview mirror. Dr. Andre Whitmore had come out onto the porch, standing next to Vanessa with his hand on her shoulder. I took a photo with my phone at the red light. More evidence for Monday. Monday, March 24th, 2025. The hearing was scheduled for 9 a.m. at Riverside County Family Court. I wore my only suit, a charcoal gray one I'd bought for a cousin's wedding 3 years earlier. Victor met me outside the courthouse at 8:30. Remember, he said, stay calm. Answer questions directly. Don't volunteer extra information. Let me do the heavy lifting. Got it. We entered the courtroom. Vanessa was already there with Gerald Hoffman. She looked pale. She avoided eye contact with me. Dr. Whitmore sat in the gallery, watching. Judge Lorraine Pacheco entered at 9:02 a.m. She was in her late 50s, with sharp eyes and a no-nonsense demeanor. This is the matter of Bennett versus Bennett. Case number FLD 2025-003847. I've reviewed both the initial petition and the responsive filing with emergency motion. Mr. Hoffman, your client obtained temporary custody based on allegations that Mr. Bennett posed a danger to the minor children. Do you have evidence supporting that claim? Hoffman stood. Your Honor, Mrs. Bennett has experienced increasingly volatile behavior from her husband over the past several months. Angry outbursts, controlling behavior regarding finances. Do you have documented evidence? Judge Pacheco interrupted. Police reports? Medical records? Witness statements? Hoffman hesitated. We have Mrs. Bennett's sworn testimony. That's not evidence, Counselor. That's an allegation. What I'm seeing in Mr. Bennett's filing is GPS data, bank records, and photographs suggesting that Mrs. Bennett may have misrepresented material facts to this court. Mr. Ruiz. Victor stood. Your Honor, we can demonstrate that Mrs. Bennett obtained the initial custody order through false statements. She claimed Mr. Bennett was dangerous when no such evidence exists. Meanwhile, she's been engaged in an extramarital affair with her employer, Dr. Andre Whitmore, who's been providing her with substantial undisclosed income. She's been neglecting her parental duties, leaving the children with babysitters while spending evenings at Dr. Whitmore's residence, and she's hidden financial assets that are relevant to support calculations. Judge Pacheco looked at Vanessa. Mrs. Bennett, stand please. Vanessa stood, trembling slightly. Did you or did you not tell this court that your husband posed a danger to your children? I felt unsafe, Your Honor. That's not what I asked. Did you have any documented evidence of threats, violence, or dangerous behavior? Silence. Answer the question, Mrs. Bennett. No, Your Honor. But I was afraid. Based on what specific incident? Vanessa's lawyer jumped in. Your Honor, Mrs. Bennett's fear is genuine even if. Mr. Hoffman, I'm addressing your client. Mrs. Bennett, when did your relationship with Dr. Whitmore begin? Vanessa's face went red. I don't see how that's relevant. It's relevant because you obtained custody of your children based on claiming your husband was unfit, while you've been engaged in an affair and accepting money from another man. That speaks to credibility. When did it begin? July of last year. And during this relationship, how many evenings per week were you at Dr. Whitmore's residence instead of home with your children? 2 or 3 nights. Victor spoke up. Your Honor, our GPS data shows an average of 4 nights per week from August through February. Judge Pacheco's expression hardened. Mrs. Bennett, did you open a bank account in your name only and receive deposits from Dr. Whitmore totaling over $47,000? Hoffman looked shocked. He clearly didn't know about that. Vanessa whispered, yes. Did you disclose this account or income in your initial custody filing? No. Judge Pacheco sat back. Here's what I see. A mother who made unsubstantiated claims about her husband to gain tactical advantage in a custody dispute. A mother who's been engaged in an affair while neglecting her parental responsibilities. And a mother who's hidden significant financial assets. Mr. Hoffman, this is not how we practice law in my courtroom. Hoffman started to respond, but the judge held up her hand. I'm modifying the temporary custody order immediately. Custody will be shared 50-50 pending final determination. Mr. Bennett will have the children Sunday through Wednesday. Mrs. Bennett will have them Thursday through Saturday. Neither parent may remove the children from Riverside County. And Mrs. Bennett, you'll file a complete financial disclosure including all bank accounts within 48 hours, or I'll hold you in contempt. We'll reconvene in 30 days for a full evidentiary hearing. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Honor, Vanessa whispered. Victor and I left the courtroom at 9:47 a.m. In the hallway, Vanessa caught up with me while Hoffman was on his phone, probably getting yelled at by Dr. Whitmore. Owen, please, can we talk? I stopped and turned to face her. You lied to a judge and tried to take my daughters away from me. What is there to talk about? I was scared. Andre said this was the best way to protect myself financially. He said you'd try to take everything. Andre doesn't know me. You do. Did I ever give you a reason to think I'd hurt you or the girls? She started crying. No. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. No, Vanessa. Forgetting to buy milk is a mistake. What you did was calculated. You planned it for weeks. Opened secret accounts. Lied under oath. Tried to erase me from my daughters' lives. What do you want from me? I looked at her for a long moment. This woman I'd loved for 11 years. Mother of my children. Now a stranger. I want you to be honest for once. I want you to put the girls first instead of yourself. And I want you to understand that actions have consequences. I walked away. The next 30 days were a blur. Victor and I prepared for the full hearing while I adjusted to having the girls Sunday through Wednesday every week. I converted the spare bedroom in our house into a proper bedroom for them. Bought new beds, painted the walls purple because that was Lily's favorite color, hung up Sophie's astronomy posters. Vanessa complied with the financial disclosure order. Turns out Dr. Whitmore had given her even more money than I'd found. The total was actually $63,400, deposited over 7 months. Victor used that information to argue that Vanessa didn't need spousal support since she was already being supported by her boyfriend. We also argued that the secret account proved she was financially deceptive and shouldn't be trusted with joint assets. Meanwhile, something interesting happened. Dr. Whitmore's wife, yes, he was married, something Vanessa apparently didn't know, filed for divorce 2 weeks after our hearing. Turns out Mrs. Whitmore had hired a private investigator months earlier and had her own evidence of the affair. The dental practice where Vanessa worked? Dr. Whitmore owned it with his wife as a 50-50 partnership. When Mrs. Whitmore filed for divorce, one of her demands was that Vanessa be terminated immediately. Vanessa lost her job on April 8th. She called me that night, crying, "Owen, I don't know what to do. I can't pay rent. Andre won't return my calls. His wife is threatening to sue me. You should talk to your lawyer, I said calmly. I can't afford Hoffman anymore. I'm broke. The final hearing was set for April 28th. By that point, Vanessa had fired Gerald Hoffman and was representing herself. She'd moved out of Dr. Whitmore's townhouse and was staying with her parents in San Bernardino. Judge Pacheco reviewed all the evidence. The affair, the hidden money, the false allegations, the GPS data, everything. Her ruling was swift. Based on the evidence presented, I'm awarding primary physical custody to Mr. Bennett. Mrs. Bennett will have supervised visitation every other weekend until she completes a parenting course and demonstrates stable housing and employment. Mr. Bennett is awarded the family home. No spousal support is ordered given Mrs. Bennett's undisclosed income. Child support will be calculated based on the timeshare arrangement. Vanessa didn't even argue. She just sat there, staring at the table. I was granted primary custody of Lily and Sophie. They'd live with me full-time. Vanessa could see them every other weekend, supervised by her mother, until she proved she was stable. Our house, the one we'd bought together in 2015, became mine alone. Vanessa would get half the equity, about $78,000, but only after the sale of the property, which I wasn't required to initiate for at least 2 years. No spousal support because of her hidden income from Dr. Whitmore. Child support was set at $640 per month, which Vanessa would pay to me based on her theoretical earning capacity as a dental hygienist, even though she was currently unemployed. Victor's final bill came to $31,200. I paid it from the emergency fund. I walked out of that courthouse with my daughter's hands in mine. 6 months later, I'm still in our house on Riverside. Lily and Sophie are thriving. Their grades are good. They're back in gymnastics. Sophie joined a junior astronomy club. Vanessa sees them every other weekend. She got a job at a different dental office in Fontana, making about the same as before. She's living in a studio apartment and drives a 2008 Honda Civic now instead of the minivan, which I kept. Her parents don't speak to me, but they're good to the girls during supervised visits. Dr. Whitmore's divorce cost him half his dental practice and $1.2 million in assets. Last I heard, he'd moved to Arizona to start over. As for me, I still work at the medical supply warehouse. Still make $71,000 a year. But I also still have that rental property in Moreno Valley, bringing in $1,850 a month. Between my salary and rental income, the girls and I are comfortable. I haven't started dating. Not ready yet. Maybe someday. But I learned something important through all of this. Panic is a choice. When someone tries to take everything from you, you have 2 options. You can react emotionally and lose, or you can stay calm, plan carefully, and let the truth do the work. Vanessa thought the custody papers and her lawyer's threats would break me. She thought I'd be so desperate to see my girls that I'd give up everything. She didn't know about the emergency fund. Didn't know about the documentation I'd been keeping for months. Didn't know that while she was planning her escape, I was planning my defense. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. Sometimes it's just being prepared for the move you saw coming. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and leave a comment telling me what you thought. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get alerts about new stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.